it's Stampin' Sharon. I thought it was time for some masculine cards, and I have a few that I want to share with you today. I hope that you enjoy it, and if you do, let me know in the comment section below. I always love those thumbs up too. If you're new to my channel, I want to welcome you. I invite you to hit the subscribe button below and then hit the notification bell. You'll be notified every time I upload a video or I do a YouTube premiere. Let's get to stamping. Since masculine cards seem to be hard, I have tried to start focusing on those a lot lately. So I thought, well, Father's Day is coming up. We know we're going to need some of those, but there's always birthday cards and, there's always, a thank you card. I mean, men deserve thank yous too. So I started with Sailing Home, and then I pulled in a stamp set that is called Well Said. There are so many greetings in here, different occasions. There's Father's Day, there's graduation. I know this year it's a little bit hard for graduation. But then there's lots of other sentiments that go on the inside to help finish your card. So this is the first card I made, and it says thanks. That's the sentiment that comes in the Sailing Home stamp set. However, I wanted to turn it into a Father's Day. We need to thank our fathers. But you could use this for, firefighters, policemen, those who are working in our grocery stores. I mean, it could be used for any reason, okay? So I'm going to keep the elements the same, and I'm going to change the layout. We'll see which one we like best. So I have all my pieces ready. That is 4 1/4 by 11, scored and folded at 5 1/2. I have a layer of Balmy Blue that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. I have a layer of that fun masculine designer series paper. And by the way, this is May and this paper is going away. So if you don't have some good masculine paper, you need to grab this before it's gone. The retiring list has come out with Stampin' Up! And things are going to fly off the shelf, I promise. So this paper measures 3 3/4 by 5 inches. I have a piece of Whisper White scrap for my stamping. I cut another piece of the designer series paper. It's in that same pack, but I used the stitched rectangle frames, and then I created a little frame. So you remember that from my sample card. So we're going to do some stamping with Night of Navy. Stamp my sailboat. Stamp my anchor. And stamp my thanks. I'm going to take my blender pen and I'm just going to color the sail with the blender pen. Blender pens last a long time, but if you find that when you grab yours, it doesn't do what mine is doing, it's time to replace it. I'm going to give the anchor a little bit of lighter color. And then we're going to color the boat. But I really want the boat to be a little bit darker. So I'm going to close my pad, squeezing from the bottom. And I have a little bit of ink there. I just want a little bit. I don't want a whole lot. And since this is scrap, I'm just going to wipe off my tip. And now I will cut these out with the coordinating dies. Now we have our dies all cut out. I'm going to bring in my sample card, and I want you to see the difference. I'm using the same elements, but I'm going to change it up a little bit. Paper. Next, I'm going to add my designer series paper. Well, there we go. thought instead of doing it like my sample card, we would change it up a bit. Again, same layout, just changing it around a little bit just to see what we think. I'm going to use the foam adhesive strips because my frame is very skinny. And now I'm going to pull off the backing. I could have just gone around the corner. However, this frame is so thin, it really pulled on it. There just wasn't enough cardstock to help keep it down. So I decided to just cut it into pieces like that. All right, we're going to line this up. We're going to take our sailboat and we're going to add some snail. And we're going to frame our sailboat. There you go. Still needs the rest of the pieces. So I have some of the Night of Navy and Crumb Cake Baker's Twine. And this hole is pretty big, but I'm going to see if I can get it through. There we go. The first time I did the card, I tied a bow, and I was like, oh, this is a masculine card. We can't have a bow. So we're just going to tie it in a knot on the front, just so it didn't look bare. It just looked funny without something there, some kind of roping. And now, this is kind of skinny. I'm going to pull out my silicone mat, and we're going to add some adhesive. We're going to add that right there on the corner. So we're different. We're still different. And then with my thanks, I still had a piece. I don't know if you saw, I'm sure I fast forwarded the video, but I had a little piece of the same foam strip. And since it's the same height, I'm going to put that on the left side. And then on the right side, I'm going to add some adhesive. We're going to put that right under there. There you go. Last thing we need to do. Really can't write on Night of Navy. I have a layer of Whisper White that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. We're going to stamp our sentiment, happy. Father's Day. I know that for me, my sons, they are great fathers, and I want to thank them. I want to thank them for being such good fathers to my grandchildren. And, you know, I mean, it's not just about saying Happy Father's Day, but it's also being very thankful. Okay, those are my 2 cards today. Happy stamping, y'all!